Hello, my sunshine, and welcome to a new episode of the Hot Girl Morning Podcast. I am so excited and so grateful to have you here, and happy Monday to anyone who is listening to this episode on the day where I'm uploading this. I hope you have the most amazing start to your week than you can even imagine, because you're going to crush it. And today I have a treat for you, because you're going to get another of my iconic pep talks / motivational talks, whatever you want to call them. And today we're going to be especially focusing on the topic of consistency and focus, and I hope that this will give you the kick in the butt to have the most amazing week possible. And I am aware that I have basically just, 3-4 weeks ago, I've uploaded a similar episode, and I'm like, is it okay for you if I do as many pep talks as I'm currently doing? Or I'm very open to getting some feedback from you. What are the types of episodes you most like on this podcast, and what are things that you would wish to get more? Please just give me some feedback, because I'm like, are you getting annoyed if I'm posting another pep talk? But I'm just like, today I'm in a pep talk mood, so you're going to get a pep talk. If you don't know, my name is Greta. I'm an accountability and empowerment coach. And on this podcast, we talk about all things personal growth, mindfulness, self-love, manifesting your dreams, and becoming the best version of yourself. So if any of these topics sound interesting to you, make sure to follow this podcast, rate it 5 stars if you really enjoyed, or maybe send it to a friend who might need to hear this today. And I think especially today's episode is an episode that you can send to your mom, to your sister, to your friend, whoever needs a kick in the butt and who's always talking about their dreams and sometimes struggling with them. And it's you're going to get a beautiful symphony of pep talk, kick in the butt, but also loving words and kind words and whatever you need. But I would like to first start our episode with our beautiful tradition that we have on here, which is basically where I have this beautiful book called Living with Joy, Keys to Personal Power and Spiritual Transformation by Sanaya Roman. And I open this book up at a random page, because this book is filled with affirmations and quotes, and sometimes there's a message that is meant to find you. And I hope that this is the message. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I just opened up the beginning of a new chapter, which is called The Art of Self-Love. And I think I'm just going to read to you the beginning of this chapter. There are many ways you can love yourself, and everything that happens to you is an opportunity to have a loving experience. Seen in the right perspective, anything can provide you with an occasion to love yourself. When things seem to be going against you, they're only happening to show you blocks to your usable power. I'm sure if I asked you to make a list of loving things to do for yourself, you would be able to think of many. Yet many times you focus on all the ways you're not carrying out those things, and a battle begins. This inner work can be draining, and making yourself wrong is not a right use of energy. Loving yourself means accepting yourself as you are right now. Are you freaking kidding me? I love this book so much, and I hope that this was the reminder that you needed, because if you have listened to me for probably only one episode, you would know that in my philosophy, self-love is the base of working on yourself. And if you try to work on yourself from the base of fighting yourself, from the base of hating yourself, you're never going to get to where you want to go. You're never going to get to where you want to go. This is why I always talk about, stop fighting against yourself and start working with yourself. And it's also about accepting that we're human, that we're imperfect, we're sometimes making mistakes. It is not about being perfect and being something, but it is about accepting who you are and being kind to who you are, and being kind to yourself in a way of, this is the first time you're experiencing life in this way. This is the first time you're maybe a young adult or a young mom or whatever you're currently doing. This is all an experience, and we get to learn about ourselves, and we get to improve, and we get to do all these things, but we have to start from a base of self-love. So why don't we start by giving you a tiny exercise for your week? I want you to think about your week right here, right now, and think about one way you can show up for yourself this week. In what ways can you show yourself self-love this week? And also feel free in the comments down below to let us know, what are you going to do for yourself this week? But okay, I think you came for the pep talk, so I hope you are getting the pep talk that you need. The first thing that we would like to do, as you probably know from listening to me, is we're going to take a deep breath. Because, oh my God, life can be so stressful sometimes. Like, there are so many different areas to think about. Like, I'm currently already thinking about Christmas presents. Like, that's how far my mind goes. And we're in like mid-November. Okay, maybe it's a great time to think about it. But I'm just saying, sometimes there's just so much happening. So we're going to take this moment right now for you to reconnect with yourself, to really see yourself, to feel seen, to feel heard. And for you also to feel an inspiration and to feel motivated again. So I hope that by the end of this episode, you're going to feel at least a tiny bit better than from the beginning or compared to the beginning. So again, let's take a deep breath. And remember, you are safe, you're loved, and you're protected. Life is happening for you. I know how easy it is to see all the shitty things that happen to you or that happen in the world and feel like everything is working against you. And I'm here to tell you, nope. Life is happening for you. And you can decide how you look at your circumstances in life. You can decide how you look at the world around you. And I know. I'm aware of what is currently going on in the world. And of all the craziness, and I'm here to remind you that we're gonna focus back on our love. And I think when you step into your own power, this is something that radiates love, and this is something that inspires others and creates a ripple effect. So we're gonna focus back on ourselves while being aware of everything that is happening in the world, but still focusing on our energy, how we want the world and our life to look like, and then making that our reality. So again, take a deep breath. You're safe, you're loved, you're protected. You are safe, you're loved, you're protected. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. You're so much more capable than you can even imagine. You are so much more capable than you can even imagine. And you walking around and talking down to yourself and being like, oh, I hate this about myself. I don't like this. Nope. No. Because first of all, what's going to do that for you? Is it going to bring you any joy, anything good? Nope, it's not going to give you anything. So what we're going to do, especially for this week, I want you to become really, really, really freaking aware of how you're talking to yourself. And whenever you catch yourself putting yourself down, making yourself small, then you're going to stop yourself consciously from that. You're going to stop yourself from talking down to yourself. You are meant for a great life. You're honestly meant for a great life. And sometimes, if we're really honest, we are our biggest enemies. We are the problem. We're the part that is tearing ourselves down and that is holding ourselves back from living the dream because we maybe don't believe that we can get there. We're maybe afraid that we're not good enough. We feel worthless. And all these negative beliefs that you're building in your mind, they're tearing you down. And this week is about taking back control of your life. It is about saying no thank you to that type of inner conversation. It is about choosing to talk to yourself in a kind way, to walk through the world in a kind way towards yourselves and towards the people around you. You are safe, you are loved, and you're protected, and it is a gift. It is a freaking gift being on this earth. It is a gift having you on this earth. The chance of being born is 1 in freaking 400 trillion. It is a number that is even unimaginable for me. The chance of you being here is like the biggest lottery win you could ever imagine. And it is time for you to treat your life like that. It is time for you to treat your life like that and understand like the fact that you are on this earth is freaking insane. And what are you telling me? That you're just walking through and not doing what you actually want to be doing? That you're scared to really be yourself? Like, what? I need to stop you right there. We have this beautiful chance of being on this earth. and we're going to use it. We don't want to get to the end of life and regret the life that we have created. We're not going to do that. So what is the life that you want to create for yourself? What is it that you actually want for yourself? Because, girl, you can get there. You can get there, but you have to finally start to change what is going on internally and how you're talking to yourself. So own the life that you want to create for yourself. Own the dreams that you have for yourself and find a way to get there on the daily, like energetically connect to what you actually want. Because, oh my Lord, we spend so much time thinking about, this perfect job. I don't think it exists out there. Or like this perfect partner, or this, like, what? If you're telling yourself that something doesn't exist, you're not going to find it because you're not like energetically aligned with the reality that you actually want to create. So we're going to change that. So I hope that energetically you start to feel something shifting right now, because we're going to shift that. And again, it is not about having everything figured out right here, right now. And that is such a huge misconception, that you have to know like exactly where you want to go. And if you don't know exactly where you want to go, you're just going to be waiting until you get that realization. No, it is about you maybe becoming aware, okay, this is the direction that I want to head in. These are things that really bring me joy. These are things that I love doing. These are things where I'm just like getting really passionate about it. Like really think about it whenever you talk to your friends. What is a topic that you talk about where you get really, really passionate? And I think that is often like a sign of, this is something that you could pursue a little bit more. So again, it is not about having a really 100% clear plan, but once you learn to really listen inwards to understand, okay, this is the feeling that I'm craving, this is the energy that I'm craving, these are things that I love to do where I see this has a good impact. How can you do more of that? How can you make decisions that are getting you closer to that life that you want to be living? And is there anything right now that is not in alignment with what you actually want? And how can you change that? It is sometimes time to get your butt off the bed and to get your shit together, and to also be honest with yourself. Like really being honest with yourself. Okay, what is it that you're currently doing that is taking you away from your dreams, from your goals, from whatever you want to pursue? Are there some people in your life who like take down all your energy? Is there any way you can show more compassion to them? Or is there any way where you actually need to like set a boundary and be like, hey, no, like this is it for me? Or are there any other life situation, any other like habits that you're doing that are not good for you? Then girl, you have to be honest with yourself and be like, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. I love myself too much to do this because this is not healthy for me. Okay? Again, take a deep breath. You are safe, you are loved, and you are protected. You're safe, you're loved, and you're protected. What I have right now for you is a letter from your higher self. This is actually something that I have written for the last masterclass that I have hosted. If you don't know, we have the Supportive Bestie group, which is basically a WhatsApp group where you get empowerment, reminders, and all these types of things. And every first Thursday of the month, you get a free masterclass. And as I was hosting my last masterclass, we were talking about manifestation. And part of that was that I basically created a letter from the perspective of your higher self. And I want you to really enjoy this moment right now, because I'm going to read that letter to you. And I want you to imagine that your higher self is right now having a conversation with you. Okay? Hey you, it's me, your higher self. I know life has felt heavy at times lately. You've been trying so hard to keep it together, to make sense of everything, to keep showing up even when you're unsure where it's all leading. I see the way you've been holding it all, even when no one notices. I want you to know you're doing better than you think. You haven't fallen behind. You're learning, growing, and becoming, even in the moments that feel messy or slow. You've been craving clarity, maybe a little peace, maybe a sign that things are moving in the right direction. And this is your sign. You are on the right path, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Trust that the pauses are part of it too. You don't have to chase your dreams with fear. You don't have to prove your worth through doing. You were born worthy. And every time you choose to slow down, breathe, and listen, you get closer to me. I live in your calm moments, in a spark that lights up when you talk about what you love, in the quiet confidence that whispers, you are meant for more. I know you sometimes doubt yourself. You question if you're ready, if you're capable, if you're too much or not enough. But I want you to remember, you're the one who always gets back up. You're the one who feels deeply, loves deeply, dreams deeply. That's your magic. Don't hide it. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just keep taking small steps towards what feels true, and I'll meet you there every time. But I also need you to be honest with yourself. Truly honest. Honest about what you want. Honest about who you want to be. Stop making yourself small. I wish you could see what a powerful, radiant, extraordinary soul you are. You're so loved, so worthy, so needed in this world. Stop hiding. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable. It's time to show the world who you are. When I tell you that you are so much more capable than you think, I mean it. You're not here for an ordinary life. You are here for an extraordinary one. Finally, allow yourself to see that, to choose differently, to show up in a new energy. Everything you need is already within you. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real, being present, being you. You are ready, and you have always been. I'm proud of you, and I'm with you always. Your higher self. Did you feel that energy? Are you feeling how this episode makes you feel different? Because I'm telling you again, you are so much more capable than you think. And it is time for you to set a focus in your life, to choose the life that you want to create for yourself and to actually go for it. And if you have listened to me for some time, you know my philosophy around this. On one hand, I want you to really energetically align to the reality that you want to create for yourself. Like the way this episode hopefully made you feel or is making you feel. Like you have to energetically get there, like really feel it and understand that you are capable of getting there. Because once you believe you can get there, you will also take the action steps. And that is the second part. Not only create this energy within your body, but also take the action steps. Get out of your comfort zone. Stop waiting to feel ready. Girl, you're never going to feel ready. You will never have like all the stars perfectly aligned and you're going to be like, oh, today is the day where I'm finally... No. You have to make that decision right now. And I think one of the biggest confidence boosters I have ever had in my life was me getting out of my comfort zone, doing it, and then seeing what happened. And basically through doing it, it created that feeling within me that I can believe in myself. And for years, I have spent working on myself, working on my mindset, just telling myself affirmations, which get me wrong, like I love affirmations, but only telling myself affirmations didn't get me there. It was about getting out of my comfort zone and just doing it. Even though I didn't have all the information ready, I wasn't feeling ready at all in general. It is about doing it. And I think one key part to all of this is about consistency. And it is about focus. And I think one of the biggest issues with people deciding on their goals is, this is something that you can see around New Year's, where everyone is coming up with their resolutions. And if you only look 1 month into the future, you will see like around February, a lot of people often don't even remember anymore about like their resolutions and their goals. And don't get me wrong, this was me as well. And I think one of the biggest issues with this is that you sometimes get into these phases where you are really motivated and you think about your life and you write down exactly what you want, but you have no actual system behind it to get towards it. And you're creating this amazing master plan, which is not attainable and possible at all. And then a week later, you're feeling down on yourself because you're not doing it. And then you're just like, okay, if I'm not doing it, then why am I even doing anything? And then you get really down on yourself and then you don't believe in yourself. And then we have that negative spiral happening over and over. And the key part to it is to find a way to stay consistent, to find a way to be held accountable, to feel supported, be like, okay, every week I have this check-in where I'm like, okay, these are my goals. This is what I'm doing. Is my life currently still aligned with my why? Is it still aligned with the goals that I have? And what do I need to change? And this is what I am here to help you with. I'm actually just launching a new offer, and it is a 30-minute weekly reset. And honestly, this weekly reset will help you actually stay focused on your goals and help you to zoom out and figure out, okay, what is really the next step that I need to take? Because it is so easy to fall into this trap of either forgetting about your goals or not really choosing the right task that make the change. And I am here to help you with that. I'm like that outside perspective, that outside support to help you stay connected to your goals, take aligned actions, and to stay consistent. And honestly, this was the biggest game changer that I had in my own life when I started investing in someone who held me accountable, who supported me, who helped me give me a different perspective. And the coolest thing of all, since I'm just starting with this new offer, I will offer this for 50% off for the first 3 people who want this. And the way you can get this offer is by messaging me on Instagram at greta.webhofer, greta.webhofer, and message me that you are interested in this offer. And then we can have a conversation. I can give you more information, or you can already directly book a free 30-minute call. And through this free 30-minute call, I can tell you more about this offer, and I can make sure that you get the 50% off. I'm not sure when I'm ever going to have a one-on-one type of accountability coaching that is going to be this inexpensive. So I'm really, really excited about this. If you have dreams that you want to work towards, it can be anything from career-wise to also like internally. Like if you internally want to work on yourself, then this is a great thing. If you need support and you want to be held accountable in the most beautiful ways, again, you are so much more capable than you even think. And I would love to help you and support you on your journey towards your dreams. But with that being said, I hope you have the most beautiful, fabulous week. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.